If you notice in 2024, the Vacheron Constantin overseas model reference for the time and date only version changed from 4500 to 4520. But then when you look at the watch itself on the website, photos, or simply while browsing the reels, you don't quite understand what exactly has changed, as the watch face and the dial looks the same between both the new model and the older outgoing model. So what exactly it is that has changed that made the brand Vacheron consider this an upgrade big enough to change the model number for the watch too? I pinpointed and spoke in depth about the key differences that the new model offers in my earlier video where I showcased the pink gold model reference 4520 with a beautiful blue dial. So in this video, I will largely be talking about the biggest change which in my eyes made the new reference model an entirely different watch from the older model, that is, the Bracelet. Let's face it, at this price point and level of watch collecting and admiring journey, it's all aesthetics, looks and overall experience that define whether we like the watch or not. And then let's also admit that when it comes to the watch case itself, even a half millimeter can often make or break the deal for us. This is how important it is to hit that sweet spot and enjoy the wrist wear, which when altered even by the smallest measurable dimension makes the watch entirely different. With the Vacheron's new model for the overseas, I can tell you that this dimensional perfection now also applies to the Bracelet as well. Let aside the obsession with the case sizes. While in photos, the new model looks the same, the moment you put it on the wrist, you instantly feel like it's a little more special, a little more proportional, and has those little more premium looks. Interestingly, all of that from a bracelet that now tapers a little more aggressively towards the clasp. That is, now the bracelet on the new reference model tapers by 2 mils more to a narrow clasp of 18 mils as opposed to the previous clasp width of 20 mils. The 2 mils is something that is the day and the night different, and I can feel the difference so easily that I personally don't even need to put the 4500 side by side to spot the difference and feel it. There's other fine and subtle differences with the rotor design, case thickness, etc., but none that make the watch so far apart from its predecessor as the Bracelet. And for me personally, I think while I didn't quite enjoy as much the 4500, I'm actually really enjoying the wearability and proportions of 4520. Is it just the Bracelet? Of course not, but the Bracelet does add that extra pleasure and joy to the already very beautiful watch. What remains unchanged in the black dial reference, in the deep lacquer treatment and the looks of the actual dial, which always was beautiful and is still beautiful. This is different from the more frequently seen blue dial, which used to be matte lacquered up until 2019, and the later versions became too sunburst and minimized the lacquered feel of the dial. Even for the 4520, the new blue dials, while being truly beautiful, are not the same lacquered as the ones before 2019. And with the black dial, the lacquered look, feel and experience is still on display at its best. I would even go out to say that this black is special and rarer. With too many blue dials, too frequently seen, the black dial overseas is not something you come across every day. So will I personally purchase the 4520 or consider an upgrade over the 4500? Well, I personally only wear watches to enjoy them and take the pleasure in the tiniest part of the watch, from its clasp all the way to the case. So with a more refined and better looking bracelet and clasp now available and possible in these, why would I limit my experience and pleasure when more can be had?